In his first interview since announcing he was running for Ted Deutsch's congressional seat, Jared Moskowitz sat down with CBS 4's Jim DeFede to explain why he's running.
He's also addressing his time in the DeSantis administration as the director of emergency management. Here's that part of the interview.
I want to run for Congress for the same reason I got involved in politics at a young age, 25, running for the city commission. I want to help the community. I was exposed, obviously, to public service, very early Democratic values by my dad, who was a Democratic committeeman here in Broward County. And with democracy under attack, both abroad, at home, it feels like there is a lot of work to be done. In the wake of the shooting after Marjory Stoneman Douglas, we passed gun violence protection here in Florida, gun safety here in Florida, but we've not at the federal level. And so, there are a lot of issues that I care about: the state of Israel, obviously kitchen table issues, cost of rent, the cost of goods, the cost of gasoline. And so, this is a continuation of the public service I got involved in from a very early age.
There are a lot of Democrats who think you turned your back on the Democratic Party by working for the Republican governor.
Well, first of all, Democrats should trust me because they do trust me. It's why the Florida Democratic Party supported me taking the job. It's why people like Andrew Gillum and Gwen Graham supported me taking that job. It's why countless House members and senators told me to take the job. It was the first time an elected Democrat could be in control of a state agency in the last 20 years. Someone who could bring Democratic values to an agency.
Well, the notion of you giving credence to the DeSantis administration by joining it, is that not a fair point of criticism for you?
Oh, well, listen, I think that there will be Democrats who will bring it up. Those will be the same Democrats who, of course, called me and needed my help because I was there. That's the whole point. I was there, Jim, to help Floridians in their greatest time of need. And if I was not there, a lot of the things that happened would not have been available to Floridians. So look, I'm not going to apologize for helping people, for saving lives. I'm not going to apologize that after watching 17 people be buried in my community after the Marjory Stoneman Douglas school shooting, why I decided to try to go help people, get a nonpartisan agency that helps people after hurricanes. I went to the Panhandle after the Category 5 storm Michael hit and took over that recovery. I helped a lot of people there, and I helped a lot of people around the state with testing and vaccine and PPE and monoclonal antibodies and all of that stuff. And I would not have been able to do that.
Your father passed away a couple of months ago. This was a dream of his for you to run for Congress, was it not?
Yeah, Jim, this is something that we talked about, when I was a kid. I was fortunate. I grew up in a fortunate home. My dad was a party leader, a party advocate, an activist in the Democratic Party. I grew up as a Democrat in diapers, going to Democratic national conventions when I was a kid, going to state conventions, sitting on my dad's shoulders, waving a flag as Jesse Jackson spoke when he was running for president. When Congressman Deutsch called me and told me that he was retiring, I was literally like, I can't believe my dad missed it. 6 weeks. He missed it by 6 weeks, Jim.
Well, how hard is this, doing this without your dad?
It's hard. It's very hard. I mean, everybody I call, everyone, whether it's an elected official, somebody for a donation, everybody brings them up. And so, you talk about trying to get closure from losing your dad. You don't get closure every time you have to talk about him. But you know what? I'm doing this for the residents of the district. I'm doing this because Ted Deutsch has been a great congressman, and we need to continue his fights on gun advocacy, on Israel. But obviously, I'm doing it for my dad.
Our condolences to the Moskowitz family. You can see Facing South Florida with Jim DeFede Sundays at 11:30 right here on CBS 4.